What if I told you, a decade before Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott, 2 decades before Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. proclaimed "I have a dream," a signature event in the struggle for racial equality unfolded far from Dixie? What if I told you that one man could silence Adolf Hitler and the entire Nazi Party in 10.2 seconds? What if I told you that one man's remarks could bring together an entire league?
Jack Roosevelt Robinson was born in Cairo, Georgia in 1919. His mother, Mallie Robinson, single-handedly raised Jackie and her 4 other children. They are the only black family on their block, and the prejudice they encountered only strengthened their bond. Little did anyone know that this young man would grow to become the first African American to play professional baseball. On April 15, 1947, Robinson stepped onto the grass of Ebbets Field as a member of the Brooklyn Dodgers and officially became the first black man to play modern Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson was named Rookie of the Year in 1947 after hitting 12 homers, a league-leading 29 steals, and a .297 average. In 1949, he was selected as the NL's Most Valuable Player of the Year and also won the batting title with a .342 average the same year. As a result of his great success, Jackie was eventually inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962.
I think what it does, first and foremost, and more importantly, is it brings attention to it because, everyone should know who Jackie Robinson is. He stands for a lot more than just baseball. Even if you're not a baseball fan, you should be aware of what he means.
Jackie Robinson's life and legacy will be remembered as one of the most important in the civil rights movement. In 1997, the world celebrated the 50th anniversary of Robinson's breaking Major League Baseball's color barrier. In doing so, they honored the man who stood defiantly against those who would work against racial equality and acknowledged the profound influence of one man's life on the American culture. To quote Robinson himself, "A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives." It was not always an easy transformation for Major League Baseball. Robinson also said, "As I write these words now, I cannot stand and sing the national anthem. I have learned that I remain black in a white world." Baseball is widely known as America's national pastime, and many whites oppose the integration of the sport. Jackie Robinson engineered the integration of professional sports in America by breaking the color barrier in baseball. Robinson lit the torch and passed it on several generations of African American athletes. While the Brooklyn Dodgers infielder didn't make a nation colorblind, he at least made it more color-friendly. And he accomplished this feat by going against his natural instincts. He was an aggressive man, outraged at injustice, and quick to stand up for his rights. He had the guts to say no when ordered to the back of the bus in the Army and was court-martialed for his courage. His instinct wasn't to turn the other cheek, but to face problems head-on.
Well, I wouldn't be playing if it wasn't for Jackie Robinson. Okay. It's unfortunate that the numbers are it seems like it's dwindling throughout the years, but there's a lot of reasons for that. And, but hopefully, days like today brings more attention to it and get some more African-American kids out there playing.
Thank you.
It all goes so fast, and character makes a difference when it's close. James Cleveland Owens said this, and he was definitely a man of character. In an era in which racism was common, Owens made millions of people worldwide forget about judging him by the color of his skin. Many colleges were interested in having Owens run track due to his raw talent. He attended Ohio State University, where he didn't receive a scholarship due to the color of his skin. At the time, he was the fastest man of all time and a worthy candidate for a scholarship, but was denied because he was an African American. During his school years at Ohio State, he was forced to live off campus because he was African American, despite him being arguably the most important person on campus. When the Ohio State track and field team traveled to other universities for track meets, Jesse Owens had to stay in blacks-only hotels because nobody wanted a black man to stay in their clean hotel, not even a black man who was the fastest in the world. Segregation destroyed this man's life, yet he refused to strike back. In the 1936 Olympics, African American runners created the Black Power Salute to show people that black men are just as great as white men. Jesse Owens refused to support the Black Power Salute. I think it's fair to say that Jesse Owens believed in equality perhaps more than any other person in history has. I think Owens himself said it best. The black fist is a meaningless symbol. When you open it, you have nothing but fingers, weak, empty fingers. The only time the black fist has significance is when there's money inside. That's where the power lies. The 1936 Berlin Olympics were historic for many reasons. They were supposed to show off Adolf Hitler's Aryan race and that African Americans were inferior. As Rick Shankman put it, the story goes, after Owens won one gold medal, Hitler, incensed, stormed out of the Olympic Stadium so he wouldn't have to congratulate Owens on his victory.
Why am I disrespecting them?
By walking, you perceive as either a Latina or a white girl. Why should you be walking publicly with black people? Why? Is there a benefit to you?
Is it a benefit to me? Does it matter if they're white or blue or yellow?
I guess that you don't know that. Maybe you're stupid. Maybe you don't know what people think of you. It does matter, yeah. It matters.
Do you know that I'm mixed?
No, I don't know.
You know that I'm mixed.
You told me you were going to remove those. You said, yes, I understand you. I mean, you change from day to day. Wow. So painful. Wow.
People call you and tell you that I have black people on my Instagram, and it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
If it's true, it's very sensitive. And, I had my statement before the game, and I'm going to stick by it. There's no room for that in our game. We've found a way to make this the greatest game in the world, and for comments like that, it taints our game, and we can't have that. We can't have it from a player, we can't have it from an owner, we can't have it from a fan, and so on and so on. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, or whatever the case may be. We can't have that a part of our game, and the commission will take care of it. We're sure of that. And we'll continue to build this game the best way we can, because it's been an unbelievable 2014 playoffs, and we don't want Donald Sterling's comments to overshadow what this game means to everyone, including the fans.
Alves saying, we have suffered this in Spain for some time. You have to take it with a dose of humor. We aren't going to change things easily. If you don't give it importance, they don't achieve their objective. Some interesting words, Shaka, and we've seen it so many times, and a lot of players don't take it with humor, and nor should they. But this seemed like the right way to handle it.
Absolutely. I applaud Dani Alves for the way he handled this situation. Dani Alves has been on the wrong end of far too many of these situations over the course of his Barcelona career. It's not the first time we've seen it. It's not the first time he's complained about it. Yes, he's taking light of it, and I think should be applauded for it. But I will say this, as quick as we are to applaud Dani Alves for his actions, this action is not the solution to the problem. I still think there is a need for the authorities to do something about racism in the game, to start handing out punishments. Otherwise, it simply isn't going to go away, regardless of how players react.